Welcome back to Over 50. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I am going to be starting a weekly Weight Watchers uh, playlist, for lack of a better words of saying it. Just designed to talk about how if you want to lose some weight, one of the easiest ways I think to do it is through Weight Watchers. I know I'm a little biased because I'm a lifetime member, which basically means I don't have to pay for the app. I just go in and weigh every month, and I've hit my goal weight for the last 2 years. Weight Watchers is easy to keep the weight off. I've tried the Atkins diet. That I started that, and I dropped to about 222. And then the Atkins diet just wasn't practical. I wasn't able to really, stay on it because there was all those things I wanted to eat. The nice thing about Weight Watchers is you don't have to buy any food. It's not like Nutrisystem. So you don't have to pay for those meals. So the meals that you would buy if you did Nutrisystem or any of those other weight loss programs, you don't have to buy it. You eat the food that you normally would eat. You just have to deduct points for it. And I don't know exactly how. I don't know if I can actually give specific points and like information. I'll put some stuff in the description section to try to sort of help you out if this is something that you want to learn more about. Please put something in the comment section. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new here. Please hit the like button if you like the video. Share this with your friends out there. But this first video is just to kind of talk a little bit about Weight Watchers. I'll put some point totals in there that just might help you kind of understand how to calculate the points. And then each week I will talk about how you can set up meals and ways that you can get extra points so that you can eat the things that you want to eat. I guess I'll start out with, you get a certain amount of points per day based on how much you weigh. And I don't have a chart for that, and I don't know if I can really give something like that. I'm doing this just kind of, if you're interested and you want to try Weight Watchers, instead of having to go to the meetings, you could ask me directly your questions, and you don't have to ask them in front of a group of people. I never went to a meeting. I started Weight Watchers when I was about 260 pounds. I weigh 195 right now. My wife was doing it, and she said, "Look, you just need to give this a try." And I was like, I remember my mom trying Weight Watchers back in the 80s. And they'd give you that little glass plate and that little glass bowl, and you weren't supposed to eat more than what was a plate full and what was a bowl full. And that just didn't work. And since they've changed things, and every food that you eat has a point total. So basically, if you want that can of Coca-Cola, you're going to have that can of Coca-Cola. It's going to cost you, or you're going to have to spend, or you're going to have to count the 9 or 10 points, because Pepsi to Coke, I think Pepsi's 9 points, Coke is 10 points for just a regular can. The way Weight Watchers works is based on your weight, you get a certain number of points. That's why I would suggest, if you're interested in trying this, join for a couple months. When I started, the weight came off real quick, but I was also walking my dog every night. I also, the school I taught at, I was on the second, my room was on the second floor. So I was going up and down a lot of stairs. I mean, I was getting probably 10 to 13,000 steps a day before I left work. And the reason I mention the steps, and I'm going to try to keep this video short as I can. I mean, it's really hard to give a synopsis of Weight Watchers in like 10 minutes, but I'm going to shoot for that. You get points for just taking steps, just for walking around. You get about 1 point for, I think, every 1,200 steps. And what those are called fit points. It's really helpful if you have a Fitbit or one of these, Apple, this isn't an Apple Watch, it's a Fitbit, but if you have one of those watches that tracks your steps, and you can log exercise and whatnot. All the exercise you do, all the steps you take, give you fit points, and I just kind of classify them as exercise points. But they're extra points in addition to the daily points you get and your weekly points. So let me just give you a synopsis. I weigh 195 right now. I get 35 daily points. That's not a lot. So I have to, and I'm just going to put it out there. I love my Crown Royal. I have to have my Crown Royal every day. A third of a cup of Crown Royal is 7 points. So there's almost a fifth, well, not almost, it is a fifth of my points if I want to have that drink. So what I do is I make sure that I walk, like instead of, I used to, in my old school, there was an elevator. Instead of taking the elevator, take the stairs. Get those extra steps, because all those steps add up. Before I come home, I'll go walk on the treadmill. 20-minute walk on the treadmill at a pace of about 3.5 to 4 miles per hour, depending on what's comfortable for you. You can get about 8 fit points. Well, there's my Crown Royal, or there's your can of Coca-Cola. Okay, but you have to count the meals that you eat. You have to count the food you eat. Now, the nice thing about Weight Watchers is all your fruits and vegetables are 0 points. So olives, I think, or olives and avocados. Oh, there's another one I'm forgetting right now. But olives and avocados are not free. They're, I think, like 1 point for each ounce that you have. Olives, I just count a handful of olives as 1 point. Not like maybe 10 olives. Like if I'm making like a taco bowl, with rice and all that. But all your fruits and vegetables are free. So you can eat all the fresh fruit you want. You don't have to worry about all that sugar. Okay? It doesn't count against your points. What gets you on your points are like if you want that big porterhouse steak, you can have that porterhouse steak. But I think 3 ounces of trimmed steak is like 7 points. So if you want that steak, you can have that steak. You just have to account for the points. Now, if you start out, like when I started out at 255, I was getting 52 daily points along with my 42 weekly points. And this is before I had a Fitbit. And I didn't realize that you could get exercise points because I didn't have the Fitbit and I wasn't actually doing the app. So I was trying to not use all of my daily points and trying to actually, just not touch the fit points. I didn't realize that when I was doing that, if you don't use all of your daily points, 4 of those points can roll over to your weeklies. This might seem confusing. I'm trying to make it simple for you, but just imagine that, I have 35 points. Let's say I only use 32 points. Those 3 points that I didn't use, they go into my weeklies. So on the weekend, if I want to, have a plate of nachos, I can go ahead and have that plate of nachos. I just have to account for it. The nice thing about the Weight Watchers app is if you go to a restaurant, you can scroll down on the screen to restaurants. You click restaurants, you type in the name of your restaurant, and most restaurants are listed there. Like Chili's, Chipotle is there, Moe's, Applebee's. You can look there and you just scroll down, you find the entree that you ordered, and the points are right there for you. Like if I go to Chili's and I want the Big Boss burger, that's that burger that has all the different kinds of meats and everything on it, and it's about, yay tall. Okay, that's 51 points, not counting the fries. The fries are another 13 points. You're probably saying, how do you eat that when you have 35 points a day? Well, I have to go to the gym. I go to the gym, I walk on the treadmill, I do that every day. I go to the gym for about an hour and a half on the weekends, and I'm on the treadmill, I do the machines, I log everything into my Fitbit. My Fitbit is connected to my app on my phone, so those extra points count up, and I can see how many of those fit points, I call them extra points, I can see how many of those fit points that I have. And if I go over my daily points, it's no big deal. Those fit points are used. And I still haven't touched my weeklies yet. So the nice thing is you don't have to buy any food. You eat what you want to eat. You just have to proportion it. And that kind of goes back to the, I guess somebody's probably sitting out there saying, so it's eat less and diet and exercise. Well, kind of. I mean, I'll take a salad to lunch. I'll get one of those mixed salads, with the Dole Chipotle, the Chipotle cheddar salad. A cup and a half of that is 7 points. So I'll take that. I'll take, some fresh pineapple, maybe some cut up strawberries. I'll have that for lunch. So there's 7 points. I come home, I've still got 28 daily points left. So I have my Crown Royal, there's another 7 points. I have, and my dogs are going nuts in the background. So I have 21 daily points left after the Crown Royal and after the salad to eat dinner on. I stop by the gym, I walk on the treadmill for 20 minutes. If you don't want to go to the gym, you don't want to do the membership, just take a walk in your neighborhood. A 24-minute walk, for just a normal pace, not trying, just a walk, is about 7 points. I just walk your neighborhood. Just go walk every night. If you got a dog, take the dog for a walk, okay? Do that every day. That'll get you some extra points. I drink a lot of the Propel waters, the flavored waters, because those are usually 0 points. The Body Armor Lights, okay, the no sugar added. I know we could get into the argument about, sweeteners. I'm not going to do that right now because you could argue that they're good for you, they're not bad for you, and then you could argue that they are. But a 16-ounce Body Armor Light, the tropical coconut, is 1 point for the bottle. So, if you cut back your soda, I used to drink soda all the time. Now, I rarely ever, a case of Coca-Cola, and I usually drink Coke Zero because it's 0 points, because there's no sugar in it. That'll last me a month. So, I see this video is already over 10 minutes, and you're probably saying, dude, you're going on and on past when I said it would. So I guess I'll try to leave you with this. The thing I like about Weight Watchers is it's doable. The only thing you have to remember is if you want to be the lifetime member and be able to use the app for free and not have to pay them anything, you have to join and lose at least 5 pounds to get down to your goal weight. And somebody out there's probably saying, yeah, but the goal weight's not attainable. Okay, if you don't like the goal weight that they set for you, they set my goal weight at 6'3", at 200 pounds. So I joined when I was at 205 pounds. You got to lose at least 5 pounds, and then you have to keep it off for a month. Boom, then you're a lifetime member. And as long as I don't go over 202 pounds, I don't have to pay. I just go in once a month, I weigh, and then, I've already weighed for the month of October, and I don't have to weigh until the end of November. So I'm not sure how I'm going to play that. I might weigh before Thanksgiving. I might weigh in after Thanksgiving. I'll just play that by ear, probably weigh in before the holidays. That way I can eat freely. But this will work. If you want to lose the weight, Weight Watchers will work. If you don't want to lose the weight, there are some sacrifices. You may not want to give up your soda. Well, if you don't want to give up your soda, that's fine. I don't give up my Crown Royal every night. In fact, I came home, I had two Crown Royals, or one Crown Royal, I had a couple beers. I had some Chex Mix, just ate dinner, just grabbed a small handful of M&Ms. You just count everything. But this will work. If you'd like more information, if you'd like me to give you some starter foods, or if you'd like to just say, hey, I don't know, like a cup of macaroni and cheese, whether it's Stouffer's or Kraft or, that nasty Cheetos stuff that I did on one of my other playlists. It's about 11 points for a cup. But that's not really that bad if you're exercising, you're walking around. Instead of taking the stairs, take the elevator, take the stairs. But anyhow, I've already said that. This is coming on 15 minutes. I'm probably taking an eon to upload. But each week I'm going to come back and try to give some pointers or preferably answer questions that you guys have. But I wasn't a believer in it. And my wife got me started on it, and I'm just kind of hooked. I count points on everything, and I just make sure that I exercise, and you just plan for what you want to do. There's going to be people out there that say it doesn't work. It might not work for everybody. Okay, everybody is different. I'm not a doctor, but it's worked for me, and I hope it will work for you. So I'm going to close this out once again. If you have any questions or concerns, please drop them in the comments section. I can answer them, or I'll put them in my video for next week. I'm going to try to do a weekly version of this, or like a weekly update. And I just want to try to help people that want to try to lose the weight. And I've kept it off for over 2 years. I joined Weight Watchers in 2017 officially, and I lost the weight, and I haven't had any issues. I haven't had to pay once. So I get to use everything for free. Just got to go in once a month away. But anyhow, please do all that, to subscribe, like, share, comment, and I will talk to you next time. So take care until then, and I hope I can help some of you out.